a tag for Tag It Tuesday. And what I have in front of me here is some Genzai Tombi granulating colors. And I have a piece of watercolor paper that I have already squirted with water. And I'm just going to wet my brush and go in and pick up a few of these colors. So I think we might do pink, blue, and violet. And what I want to do here is really just get them to kind of activate on the paper. So I'm looking to get all the color and to get them to blend and mix together. So I'm just going to put them down randomly on the paper, and then we will add some more water and get them moving. So you can already see that the colors are starting to granulate, and I am just picking up some more, some more pink, and get it around the edges here and a few spots in the middle here. What I have found is that if the paper isn't wet, when you go to move the color around with water, it avoids those areas. So I find that to be quite interesting. So now I'm just picking up water with my paintbrush and putting it on here to get them to kind of dribble and run into each other. So just adding a lot more water to what's already happening here. And then I just like to play with it until I get a look that I like. If you want to, stop a look, like if you like this kind of thing happening right here, you can use your heat tool to get it to stop from running. You can also spritz water on top of this and get, I'll show you, just do a little spritz of water on top, and the closer you are to it, you're going to get a little bit more activity. If it was a little bit drier, you'd probably get some splotchiness happening. So then I'm just going to play with this until I get it looking the way I want. Now I can always go in and add more paint if I want. And add some water to that. You could even build up layers. So if you wanted to stop here and dry it a bit. And so let's do that. Let's bring in the heat tool. All right, so this area over here is dry, and I'm going to bring in, do I want pink or blue or violet? Let's do violet to see if we can bounce or counteract what's happening right there with that. I'm grabbing my water, and I'm going to add a lot to this. Got to get it to drip. right, so everything is dried, and I'll show you what I have here. Is I have gone ahead and die cut out a few different colors to try on the tag, and I have drawn the outline of where we need to cut this down. So I'm gonna grab my paper trimmer here and just move those out of the way because they're pretty delicate. And let's go ahead and trim these down, make sure that we're squared off with the bottom. Alright, and then I can just cut the sides with scissors. And we need a hole punch. Alright, so something like that. And then we have this left over, and I'll save these for another project. And then we can look at the words and see which one looks good. I think this blends too much into the background, but I do like the color matching. If we had a darker area for it to sit on, it could work well, but I think it just blends too much. Then I originally was thinking this dark one, and I like it relating with the blue color at the bottom. So that's not bad looking. And I accidentally had two foil pieces stuck together, and so I ended up with this color, and this was not the color I was intending to use, but in the end I think this is the color I'm going to go with. All right, like that at an angle. I like how it kind of activates what's going on there. So I think that is going to be what we do. So I need to coat the back with some glue, and let's see if I can just dab enough on here to get it to stay in place with my little glue bottle. I also have some glue pens, and sometimes that works. I'm trying to avoid glue on the front. Although it'll dry clear, it may make the foil look a little cloudy. All right, and tweezers to help us out. And there is our finished tag. I don't think it needs anything else. I'm not sure if I have pencil here or if I have paint dripping down. So I'm going to go in and see if I can just erase. I really don't want to erase paint. So I think I'm going to leave it like that. So there is our tag for the week.